Hi there, my name is Alistair Stead and I'm from the University of Cambridge, and I'm going to talk to you today about my master's project, which is a smartphone application. So the idea behind the smartphone application is that it will allow users to create their own musical notation. So how will it do this? Well, it uses computer vision input and end-user programming in the form of mapping on a grid to allow users to map the correspondence between different coloured blobs on a whiteboard to audio synthesis. So the best way to show you this is to give you a demo. Okay, so here's the application, and you can see there are three main sections. First is train, second is program, and third is performance. And these two are disabled for now until we start training. So I'll show you training now against a whiteboard. Okay, so here's the training section, and as you can see it's just a normal camera preview which you can move around and hover over whatever you want. This is a small whiteboard. I've already pre-drawn a red blob and a green blob. So if we hover the application over those two blobs, we can then do background removal and then tap again, and it recognises the blobs and has trained a classifier to recognise them in future. So we tap again, we can go to the main menu for programming. Okay, so this is the grid, and it can be moved around using touch, and the main reason for having a grid is so we can specify rules using tiles on that grid. So to find some tiles we need to open the palette, which is this thing here, and it gives us a list of tiles which we can use to define a rule that maps blobs to synthesis. So you can drag tiles on quite easily like that and get rid of them quite easily too. So here are some I've made earlier. So let's close this. So this first rule here says that on the synth that we label alpha, when you see a green blob in the field of view, change the volume to a certain value. Do the same when you see a red blob in the field of view. And when you see a green blob in the field of view, apply a value also to the pitch, and the same with the red. So the green's value is slightly less than the red one, and you can change the value by double tapping and sliding up and down using the slider or selecting default. So once these rules are specified, you can move on to performance, and you do that by going back to the main menu, clicking back, and I'll show you that now. Okay, so now that we've done some training and we've done some programming, we can go on to the performance, which is the best bit. So on our phone we can click perform, and then you should notice here that there's a big play button, and that enables us to start the performance whenever we want to, which is good because we can stabilize the image first and make sure the results are what we want. So these two blobs should change synth A to a low note, a high note, and then a low note if you want it again. So we'll start the performance here, and so the birth successfully recognised, we'll move back. Move back again if we want. Okay, so that is a simple demonstration of SoundCodr.